What's going on, everybody? Buzz here, and I'm back with another Outriders video. Now, for those of you that have been following my channel, you know over the past week or so I have posted several videos relating to legendary farms or methods for finding legendaries, but today I wanted to concentrate on all those guaranteed legendaries that are available either in the open world or as part of the campaign. Because let's be honest here, not every player out there is either capable of handling CT 14 or 15 expeditions or has even reached the end of this game. But before we begin this video, I would first like to give a huge shout out to everyone that has been checking out my Outriders content, as the interaction has been tremendous. And for those of you that have not yet smashed that sub button for intensive Outriders content, please do so. And don't forget to ring the bell to receive all future upload notifications from my channel. Let's start off these guaranteed legendary drops by first taking a look at the 3 hidden quests that aren't part of the regular campaign storyline. And this first one is absolutely my favorite quest in the entire game, and I am of course speaking of the Outriders Legacy quest. Now, in order to start this one off, you need to first be in Trench Town, and you will see this body hanging from the gallows with an Outriders sign stabbed into its chest. Now, once you activate this quest line, be prepared to spend at the minimum 45 minutes if you are on a low world tier, all the way up to an hour, hour and a half if you stay at your current max. Now, in terms of quests, this is the most involved series of requirements, including speaking with Lucy in Trench Town, searching for her friend Monique in the wreckage zone, finding the Outriders bunker itself in the quarry, as well as Mercer Acosta, and then you need to locate both Sergio Acosta and Sarah Tanner's bodies, and after all of that, it leads to this epic final showdown in the Outriders bunker that once finished will net you a legendary. 2 items to note is that every time you arrive back at the Outriders bunker in the quarry, the chest in the lobby can be opened again, and the second is not to forget to grab the 5 chests in the loot room after downing all the enemies in the final encounter. The second quest is located in the Desolate Fort map location, and it will first require that you clear out the entire fort of enemy targets and then initiate the cutscene with Dr. Zahidi. Once done, fast travel back to your base camp and speak with Chana, and she will give you the Big Iron quest that involves sourcing 3 high-level weapon items so she can craft you a new weapon. Now, the rope to descend into the quest can be found in the Dwindling Oasis section of the Desolate Fort, and total time for this one can again range from 30 minutes to a little over an hour, depending on which world tier you have selected. Now, the first 2 portions of this weapons tech involves you searching in caves and dealing with mutated creatures, while the third and final piece will involve you destroying several waves of feral soldiers to finally collect the final piece at the very end of this quest. Once you have all 3 pieces, fast travel back to Chana and turn in the quest, and she will give you the option of 3 legendary weapons to choose from. The last hidden quest is the Forgotten Chapel, and this one can be initiated in the Grand Obelisk map location, and it will not show anywhere on your map until you've completed all the requirements. Once you've loaded into the map and entered the canyon itself, there are 3 pillars that will need to be pushed in order to unlock the hidden chapel. The first 2 are located on the immediate left and right of your current location once you have entered the canyon, while the third and final pillar is only accessible once you have defended Monroe's camp area. After all 3 have been pressed, the alert will appear that the Forgotten Chapel quest has begun, and at this point you will need to run to the locked door on the pathway you've already taken, and if you have done this correctly and activated all 3 pillars, you will see 3 runes appear on this locked chamber door. Approach the door and activate the pillar, which will open the locked chamber. At the bottom of the stairs is a loot crate, and once opened, you will be awarded a new legendary weapon. The next 2 guaranteed legendary drops are awarded for defeating bosses as part of the story campaign, and can be found by defeating the Chrysaloid as you enter the forest, and by downing Yagak in the Utargic map location. Now, both of these boss fights are required to progress in your storyline, so there are no special instructions or hunts that will need to be adhered to. Just simply follow the story markers, and these 2 bosses will find you. The Chrysaloid mechanics are really easy to remember as long as you take into account the flying bugs that shoot acid at you, as these should be the priority every time they spawn out of the water. Yagak can be a real pain in the ass because of just how quickly he moves and how vicious his melee attacks can be. Stay on the move and use the pit in the middle to shield you from an immediate melee lunge. Once you have downed the Chrysaloid, the legendary will be placed into your inventory, while the Yagak legendary will require you to open the crate near the door before exiting this battle arena. The next 4 guaranteed legendary drops, and I'm still kind of amazed that I don't hear this mentioned on a regular basis, are for achieving world tiers 12, 13, 14, and 15. Now each time you hit one of these new tiers, expect to receive a guaranteed legendary weapon directly into your inventories. And to make this even easier, I highly recommend you activate the Auto Set Maximum World Tier tab in your gameplay settings, so that each time you reach the next world tier, the game will automatically raise it up for you, so you don't lose out on potential gains by forgetting to bump up your world tier. Other added bonuses for ratcheting up your world tier ranks are loot rarity modifiers, legendary drop rate modifier bonuses, and a wearable item level cap increase. Now, if you are looking to pick up world tier XP quickly, I have covered a specific monster hunt boss farm in one of my previous uploads, and I am not going to say the monster's name right now because last time I gave you all a good laugh when I butchered the pronunciation. So if you watch that video, you know which boss it is and how to farm it for quick world tier XP. At this point in the video, I have now covered how to find 9 guaranteed legendaries, and in case you want to reference a specific point in this video at a later time, I will leave a timestamp in the video description. So now, let me cover the last 3 guaranteed legendaries, and they are awarded for completing the Monster Hunt, Bounty Hunt, and Historian Questlines. If you want the first 2, start in Trenchtown and speak with the barkeep, Noah Dembele and Uchiyo, located directly behind you in a small room, to activate the Monster Hunt and Bounty Hunt contracts. And a quick FYI, you cannot restart these until you have completed them the first time. So if either of these gentlemen do not show you the ability to start their quest, it means you still have monsters or assassination targets alive on the map, and you will first need to finish them off before either turning them in for your rewards or to clear the map so you can restart both of these quest lines as many times as you like. Madame Beauvoir is located in Rift Town, and this is where you can grab and start the Historian questline. By the way, all 3 of these quests will require you to collect or kill 10 targets spread across the entire Outriders map. You can easily see where they are located at by recognizing these symbols on your map. The paws are for monsters, the crosshairs are for bounty hunts, and the book symbol is for the Historian collectibles. Just fast travel to those map points and then use your fast travel flags to arrive as quickly as possible to the entry points for all 3 of these quests. Once you've done them several times, it will become second nature to you where to go and what to do. And like I mentioned before, you can farm these as much as you want. Now, the easiest method I have found is to collect or kill all 10 of the targets before returning to turn them in, as it saves time on running and fast traveling. For the easiest and fastest farm times, lower your world tier to 1 for 9 out of the 10 targets, and then you can either raise it to your maximum world tier for the 10th and final target, or leave it at world tier 1 for a super easy final kill. Now, depending on your current gear level, the legendary drops will either max at gear score 28 or 42, depending on what rank you are currently at, and if you did or did not raise the world tier for the final kill. Now, I personally farm all 3 of these quest lines for the legendary drops, but more specifically for those tier 3 weapon and gear mods, which do not differ, no matter what gear score or world tier they are earned on. Now, before I receive comments about how actually the fastest method to farm legendaries is to hit those CT 14 and 15 expeditions and finish them on gold tier, I understand that. And if you and your build are capable of achieving those clears, then by all means do so. But as I mentioned earlier, this video is dedicated to the guaranteed legendary drops found throughout the game and are there for looting should a dedicated Outrider go searching for them. I look forward to reading your feedback in the comments section below. Did I miss any of the legendary drops, or perhaps I did not explain it correctly? If you haven't yet smashed that sub button for intensive Outriders content, please do so. And don't forget to ring the bell to receive all future upload notifications from my channel. If you could be so kind as to rate and or share the video, it would be greatly appreciated. Don't forget to follow me on Twitch for weekly streams, join my community Discord server, and of course, find me over on Twitter posting on most things gaming related. Until the next one, this is LtBuzzLitebeer signing off.